Good morning. I am 5 minutes earlier today. As always, if you're watching in recording, you're welcome to fast forward or stay with us through our hellos. I am going to check the sound now. Good morning. The sound seems to be good, except the sound of my voice, as I'm going through this little sickness. Nothing to worry about, but just annoying. Good morning, Cindy. Sorry about my voice. Being a little sick. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, Gina. No, I'm okay. It's just my voice. Thank you for saying that you can do a previous meditation. Of course. No, I'm okay. It's just I'm a little sick. Nothing to worry about. But my voice is failing me. Hopefully, I won't lose it completely like I have in the past a few times, but so far so good. All right, it is time for us to start. In our last session, we discovered that forgiveness is the best form of self-interest. Desmond Tutu says that this is true for both spiritually This is true both spiritually and scientifically. So let's expand a little bit on that today. There has been more and more research into forgiveness. Whereas previously the discussion of forgiveness was left to the religion, it is now gaining attention as an academic discipline studied not only by philosophers and theologians, but also by psychologists and physicians. Even neuroscientists are studying the biology of forgiveness and exploring evolutionary barriers in the brain that hinder the act of forgiving. Some are even looking to see if there might be a forgiveness gene somewhere in our DNA. Isn't that fascinating? As modern forgiveness research evolves, the findings clearly show that forgiving transforms people mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and even physically. The psychologist Fred Luskin writes, in careful scientific studies, forgiveness training has been shown to reduce depression, increase hopefulness, decrease anger, improve spiritual connection, and increase emotional self-confidence. Research also shows that people who are more forgiving report fewer health and mental problems and fewer physical symptoms of stress. As more and more scientists document the healing power of forgiveness, they also look at the mentality of it and the physically corrosive effects of not forgiving. Hanging on to anger and resentment, living in a constant state of stress, can really damage the heart as well as the soul. In fact, research has shown that failure to forgive may be a risk factor for heart disease, high blood pressure, and a score of other chronic stress-related illnesses. And of course, the reverse is also true. Genuine forgiveness can transform these ailments. When stress, anxiety, and depression are reduced, so are the accompanying physical symptoms. To forgive is to release yourself from whatever trauma and hardship you have experienced and reclaim your life as your own. So today, let's continue the meditation exercise we started in our last session, opening to the light of forgiveness, trying to unpack one of the situations that still hurts you by imagining it as a box with all the thoughts and feelings associated with this hurt. And remember, you don't have to do it all at once. You can come back to this exercise, and we will come back to this exercise over and over again. So if it doesn't work today, don't worry, don't beat yourself up. It is a process. Honor your timing. Just the fact that you are here, listening and participating in these practices is already huge. It's the first path, the first step on the path of forgiveness. So just honor yourself for that. But in any case, take a comfortable position and let's go into this exercise. As always, take a few moments to settle into your body, into your heart, into your mind. Settling into this moment right here, right now. Allow your breath to be natural, not forced. And remember, our breath itself gives us this impetus in the path of forgiving, because we cannot hold on to the breath forever we cannot hold on to the inhale forever. We have to exhale. We have to let go. So see if you can now viscerally feel this process of taking things in and letting things go through your breath, allowing all the experiences of the present moment to flow through you as energy without struggle. Now imagine yourself in a safe space. This may be indoors or outdoors, whatever feels safest for you. In the center of the space, there are many boxes, and all of them are labeled. The labels show hurts that you have yet to forgive. Maybe the labels have the names of the people who have hurt you. Maybe the labels describe the situations that still provoke pain. Whatever it is, now just choose one of the boxes and open it. Rolled or folded or crumpled up inside the box are all the thoughts and feelings that the incident evokes. Take a few moments to go through them. I'll give you a minute or so to go through all of these feelings, thoughts, physical sensations that this particular box evokes in you. What is the most hurtful thing about this situation? How does it feel in your body? What thoughts does it provoke? Be honest with yourself. And if you feel ready to empty out this box, which is completely your choice, bring this box, this hurt, into the light of forgiving and examine it under the light. Maybe you imagine unfolding a little scroll where the resentment you have felt is written. Maybe you smooth out the ache and let it drift up into the sunlight and disappear. Whatever your visual is, go with it. There is no wrong way of doing it. And as you do it, you may discover that some feelings seem too big or too unbearable. You just can't look at them right now. Don't worry, set them aside somewhere to look at later. Remember, you can come back into the space at any time. When you have examined whatever you could examine under the light of forgiveness, when the box is empty, sit for a moment with this empty box on your lap. And then remove the label from this box. As the label comes off, imagine the box turn to sand. The wind will just sweep it away. You don't need anymore. There will be no space left for that particular hurt that you just examined. That space is no longer needed. Of course, there may be many more boxes still to be emptied, and maybe even some things from this box that you set aside. But that's okay. Remember, you can repeat this exercise later and as many times as needed. Again, we're going to do it together over and over again, and you can do it on your own. For now, just place your hands on your heart and thank yourself for this deep work that you have just done. Sending yourself the energy of gratitude and loving kindness. Repeat after me, silently or out loud. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well in body and mind. May I feel safe, protected, at ease. May I know deep, natural peace. And as you gently let go of your practice, as always, scan your body. Notice what's going on for you right now, physically, emotionally, mentally. How are you, really? And as you go through your day today, contemplate the phrase, forgiveness is the best form of self-interest. Maybe jot your thoughts around it in your forgiveness journal if you have one. And above all, remember, forgiveness is a journey, a process. You cannot rush into it. Honor and trust your timing. Steady and slow does it. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.